My name's Matt Sandoz. Tattooed Amulet Tattoo down in St. Petersburg, Florida. What made me want to get into tattooing? It was actually a pretty long road. I didn't start apprenticing until I was 30. You know, I did the college thing full time and basically career student because I didn't really know what I wanted to do. When I switched my major to art, that's all I kept looking at. I was like, man, I want to tattoo. Like, that'd be the coolest art job. I was naturally drawn to the style and the craft of it that just kind of sparked my interest. I knew as soon as I started hanging out in the shop with that intention that that was what I wanted to do. 100%, like I put everything into it. I completely changed what I was doing with my life. So how I've seen tattooing change over the last 5 years, you know, it is a little exploited with like the TV shows and everything that came up, but it kind of had to take that route to get to where it is. Like it's never been bigger, tattooing. And I feel like a lot of it did come from that exposure to get it in the mainstream. So with that, I think there just needs to be a little more responsibility on training people properly. Like, I feel like it was very like guarded for a while, and now like the Explore Tattoo Conference, you know, Tattoo Smart and the other kind of videos, you know, some of them are a little much, but others are, I feel like, a great tool for people that aren't fortunate enough to apprentice at a great shop under a great artist. I feel like that's a step in the right direction for this industry. One of my biggest influences, I work right next to him, Nick Segal. Like I've looked at his work before I was a tattooer. I've always followed him, and just the way things lined up to end up working next to him has been huge for me. And it just, the versatility of it, I feel like I'm able to take away so much. My favorite Kingpin product would have to be the scepter cartridges, because a lot of companies are inconsistent with the housing, or the size of the grouping is a little off. There's just so many things when they're mass produced like that, and there's all these different components, and I feel like the scepter cartridges that I use are the most consistent. I can kind of depend on those to be the right size that I'm looking for, and they're not going to be moving around while I'm trying to tattoo. As far as like the Kingpin brand, that's my go-to. Tattooing it's still new to me. I mean, I'm 5 years in, so I feel like it's constant. I'm constantly learning, and I know it's always going to be a learning process. But I hear so much from these veteran artists that they fall into this style or this pattern of artwork where it just kind of becomes their own, and it kind of flows through them in a more natural way. But you know, in 10 years, I hope to be at that level.